Hey y'all, you got Doug Gore, Dougie Doo here with Cajun Soft Wash. I want to talk about the mistakes I made in my younger years and the mistakes that you're making in your younger years. Part of my point to this, I just came back from being recertified for lead, and just some of the things that we went over in the class and the course that are very applicable to our everyday life, okay? And the things that we deal with and we do, and the things that I see a lot of you out there ignoring, from young guys to old guys, right? I remember as a youngster thinking to myself, you know, this bridge is probably a little bit taller than I should jump from. But I jumped. I hit that water hard, let me tell you. I pay for that now as I'm older. That's kind of what I mean about doing things that we're young, when we're younger, because we feel a little bit on the invincible side and we just don't have that care. I'm going to tell you that your older self is going to regret some of the decisions that you're making today. I'm speaking of one thing in particular, and that's the use of your respirator. I don't know how many of you know me and how well you know me and all this kind of thing, but I'm not an AC Lockyer fan, right? But there's one thing AC Lockyer said a while back. I remember an argument, not really an argument, it was an argument, an online argument that I remember reading that involved several people, and one guy in particular, and AC. And it went back and forth some about the respirator. And one guy said, I've been doing this for 20 years and I don't need no stinking respirator, or whatever it was that he said in the thing with AC. AC's final comment that nobody said anything to or about for a while after that was, yeah, and you've got emphysema. Something along those lines. There was no more argument after that, okay? So my point is that your younger years here, you don't realize the damage that you're doing to your lungs. I know I've heard people saying something about, you know, well, gee whiz, I really like this new Apple Wash product because I can't smell the SH. It's still there, boss, it's still there. You're still putting yourself in danger, and you're still giving yourself those doses that you don't need when you become older. Might seem great as you're here in your younger years, but try to find some way to go back and talk to your elder self. Think about your elder self. I know it's hard. I don't know that I'd have done it at a young age. Same thing as jumping off that bridge. I knew at that time it was not a smart idea, but I did it anyhow. Just because young, dumb, and stupid, right? I guess dumb and stupid are the same thing. Young, dumb, and full of it is, I guess, how they say it goes. Start using your respirators, guys. Raymond Burke talked about the different types of respirators and all that. Somebody else, I think, recently was talking about respirators. All the respirators in the world don't do you any good if you don't wear it. House wash, roof cleaning, it really doesn't matter. Somebody said that they didn't want to wear the respirator because they felt like it was scaring the client. Dude, yes, scare the client. Make them stay away from you. Right? Tell them I work with this every single day. So everything in moderation. If I were to drink a beer a day, hey, great. If I'm drinking a beer every hour, it's not good for me. I know there's a lot of disagreement out there on that one, but I'm just saying that everything in moderation. And when you're out doing this for a living, you're not breathing in that bleach in moderation. You're just not. So everything in moderation. Please start wearing your respirators. Think about it. And Dougie Do out.